The cats in this game got no blood. They got ice instead.
Real on real big leaf, Wack's paperwork finally dropped on that Texas stop years ago. Finally came out. Shout out to SBGB TV for this one.
Saying that. You talking to a nigga got caught in Texas with a trunk.
Man, you talking to a nigga that got a family full of niggas in the feds.
Listen, you know why the feds couldn't touch me? Because they couldn't prove I crossed state line.
That's why I said the fish wouldn't have got caught if he didn't open his mouth. After he made that statement, paperwork came out. It says otherwise.
Safety trooper Darren Chase was on routine patrol on Interstate 40 in Wheeler County, Texas, when he conducted a traffic stop of a brown 2005 Cadillac passenger car for traveling 77 miles per hour in an area where the posted speed limit was 70 miles per hour, as confirmed by his radar. After the vehicle came to a stop on the improved shoulder of the eastbound lane, Trooper Chase made contact with the vehicle on the passenger side. As he approached, the driver only rolled the passenger window down about 1/4 of the way. When the trooper requested that the window be rolled down all of the way, he was informed that was as far as the window would roll. During the period of time which the trooper was speaking with the driver and the driver was still in the vehicle, the passenger continued to sleep. The trooper advised the driver, later identified as Cash McElroy Jones, that he had been stopped for speeding. The defendant replied that he was a truck driver and always runs about 5 miles per hour over the speed limit. The trooper then requested identification from both the driver and the passenger. The passenger had to be woken up in order to provide identification. The trooper then asked the driver about his trip and was told that they were going to Tulsa, Oklahoma because his brother got killed and they had to take his mom back to California for the funeral. He further stated that his brother's body would be flown back, but that his mother could not fly because she weighed over 400 pounds. Upon questioning of the passenger, Robert Jones, the trooper was told that their brother had been killed and that they were going to Tulsa, Oklahoma for the funeral. Trooper Chase observed that during the time he was running the routine driver's license check that Cash Jones, the driver of the vehicle, could not stay still. The trooper observed that he was pacing back and forth, bending over and looking back at the vehicle, indicating to the trooper that the driver was nervous. Also, during this period of time, the trooper observed that the car was rented from April 16, 2005 until April 18, 2005, and that they were traveling from Palmdale, California to Tulsa, Oklahoma. After completing the warning, the trooper went back to explain it to the defendant. The trooper observed that while he was explaining the warning to the defendant, he grabbed the clipboard quickly and signed his name very quickly. After the defendant had signed the warning, the trooper asked him if he had anything illegal in the vehicle, and the defendant turned away and stated no in a low tone of voice. It was at this point Trooper Chase asked the defendant for permission to search the vehicle, and the defendant became combative at the request. Ultimately, to search the vehicle, a K-9 was requested, and Deputy Julian Torres arrived with the K-9 22 minutes later. The K-9 alerted on the vehicle, and a probable cause search of the vehicle was performed. During the course of the search, troopers located a black rifle, a black shotgun, a loaded black pistol, along with several clips and large amounts of ammunition for each gun. Both the driver and the passenger were arrested for unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon. A further search of the vehicle revealed a cigarette rolling apparatus which contained the strong odor of marijuana. Now, just off of that short reading, it's obvious that Wack isn't being honest and the stories are contradictory. He told me that the feds could not pick the case up because they couldn't prove that he was traveling across state lines with the weapons. Well, now we got the paperwork that shows the car was rented from Palmdale, California. You got caught in Texas, and you personally told them that you were on your way to Tulsa, Oklahoma.
So all makes sense to why you got a red allegiance going on. 6'9", gunner, 600, all his whole crew. Everybody he deals with, academics, they all rats in their own way. And it makes perfect sense. See, he's not alone. Nah, it's a whole crew of rats. But yeah, the paperwork's out on Wack, man. Rat 100. And for a long time, he said there was no paperwork. There's somebody else, I believe, ODS Sim, called in and to the courts in Texas, and they said the charges were dropped in the interest of justice. So it's what it is, man. 2 + 2 = 4.